All right, so I want to talk about dealer fees. You may see or hear about them out there if you're researching online, if you're talking to companies. A lot of them will now finally bring up dealer fee. In the past, they would try to hide that. So if you didn't, so for example, if you went cash, there are no dealer fees because you're paying cash, and they'd quote you out at the dealer fee amount. They can make more money. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. But so with dealer fees, they're basically the origination fee from a solar financing company. So a lot of them are getting up there. You're talking 35%, 40 up to upwards close to 40% now as of March 2023. That companies are going to keep creeping up more and more. And the higher the origination fee or dealer fee, that's usually the lower interest rate. So if you want, right now a lot of them are around 2.99 or 3.99, but then you're paying over 30% typically for that, depending on the company. We look at multiple when it comes to financing it, but it is always cheapest to either pay in cash or go with the higher interest rate. However, we have to look at the economics and see where it makes the most sense. Most companies are going to sell on the low interest rate. That's what they've been programmed to do, conditioned to do. Us as consumers are conditioned that way, so everybody thinks that's the better way to go. Not necessarily all the time. We recently just had somebody that took a 9.49% interest rate. And why is that? Because it came with no dealer fee at all. And they are planning to pay that off in 2 to 3 or 4 or 5 years. So the economics of taking the higher interest rate, that added interest over the next 2 or 3 years is a lot less than paying a dealer fee, for example, that could have been 35%, that's $10,000 or over that, when their interest at 9.49, maybe a couple $1,000s in that whole span, or $2,000 or $3,000 in that entire span. So we have to look at the economics and make sure it makes sense. Now, it sucks that are these big dealer fees. However, it does help you get the financing for solar, and they're taking a risk as well, and I guess we get it. Um, However, it's something that every consumer should know what is going on with these type of fees, because your $30,000 solar system now costs you $40,500 in the 35% example. Um, Now, remember, the higher the amount that would include the save in this example, $40,000, you're still going towards a tax credit. So that is also, if you qualify for the tax credit, that it would start with the $40,000, and we're taking 30%, off of that. So, um, or you're qualifying for that. So that is some quick economics when it comes to the dealer fees. This is something we can talk about and discuss more in depth. But again, the lower the interest rate, usually the higher the dealer fee. The higher the interest rate, the lower to no dealer fee. So it depends on the situation, depends on what's happening with the financing world, and so on. Because it was much cheaper a year ago to get these dealer fees, they were lower, and the interest rates were a lot lower. But as the economy's changed, inflation and whatever other excuses are being used out there have come about. Now, it's spilled over into the solar financing world as well. So again, be aware. We are very transparent about this, so you know what's going on. Again, we will be strategic with this. If you're in it for the long haul, it might be better to take the lowest interest rate and the big dealer fee, because when you look at the math again, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You're still saving a ton by utilizing solar in that aspect. So you can't just get fixated on a dealer fee, and make that a reason not to do anything at all because of that, when in reality you could be saving a heck of a lot more than that dealer fee. But again, we have to see and figure out the best situation for you. That's what we're all about, and and at that point we'll lay it all out, talk to you about it, let you make a decision what makes the most sense for you at that standpoint. So any more questions on this, askanythingsolar.com. You can go there, schedule an appointment with us, get help with solar.com. There's more stuff on there. You can also schedule an appointment there with us. And right now also do solardifferently.com. So all those areas you can find us at, and you can schedule an appointment on the calendar, and we can go in more in depth on this type of stuff. All right, thank you very much. Have a great day.